Bumper class or Swift. Bumper class or Swift.
The dignity of work is one of the principles of Catholic social teachings that is often overlooked when a work a person does is not acknowledged. Work is more than just getting the job done. It's the importance, passion, and creation that comes with it. When God had created Adam and Eve, He gifted them with a purpose.
Work is God's gift to us. We're able to use the different gifts that God has given us, physical gifts, spiritual, mental gifts, to make the world a better place.
Because the Church recognizes that every person is created in God's image and likeness and therefore has inherent dignity, we also recognize that work exists for people. People don't exist for work.
It is important to remember that whatever the work is, no matter how big or how small, that it has significance and the potential to create change in the world.
It doesn't matter what you do. It's not the work that you do, it's the dignity of the work. You could do anything.
Because the world is so fast-paced, it is easy to forget the value of the work we do. A piece of clothing that comes from the wool of sheep would have to be sheared by a shearer. That sheep would also have to be taken care of by a shepherd who puts effort into watching out for his animals. An artist who is passionate about their music might play a guitar that is carefully put together by a luthier. The wood of that guitar might have been chopped by a woodcutter that has mastered his skill through years of experience. Every bean that is in the coffee you drink was picked by a farmer who works hours under the harsh sun. The books you read are written by writers who were once told that they wouldn't have made their place in the world. This is also why we should recognize that every worker should receive the recognition and respect that they deserve. Workers should have the right to rest, the right to fair and just wages, and the right to be treated like human beings.
So recognizing the rights of workers is one of the ways that we honor the dignity of every person.
When you go to a street corner and you engage with a panhandler with dignity and respect, maybe for the first time in years, maybe in their life, and you tell them that you believe in them and that this is their city as much as it's your city, and that you actually need their help to make our place better, and that you understand that this isn't the answer to all their problems, but at least it's a start, an amazing thing happens.
Let me end this video with a portion from a poem created by Khalil Gibran entitled On Work. When you work with love, you bind yourself to yourself and to one another and to God. And what is it to work with love? It is to weave the cloth with threads drawn from your heart, even as if your beloved were to wear that cloth. It is to build a house with affection, even as if your beloved were to dwell in that house. It is to sow seeds with tenderness and reap the harvest with joy, even as if your beloved were to eat the fruit. It is to charge all things you fashion with the breath of your own spirit, and to know that all the blessed dead are standing about you and watching. Work is love made visible. And if you cannot work with love, but only with distaste, it is better that you should leave your work and sit at the gate of the temple and take alms of those who work with joy. For if you break bread with indifference, you bake a bitter bread that feeds but half man's hunger. And if you grudge the crushing of the grapes, your grudge distills a poison in the wine. And if you sing though as angels, and love not the singing, you muffle man's ears to the voices of the day and the voices of the night.